Good. Okay, we're good. All right. Good, good evening to all our viewers. We will be commentating tonight's varsity exhibition between Covington High School and Attica High School. I'm Trace Hammer, and this is Jordan Inman. And so we got about a minute 49 left before tip, and we'll see how it goes here. All right. Should we go over the matchup lineups here? Are we both muted? All right. For the Trojans, we have Paige Messmore, sophomore, Reese Noble, senior, Briley Payton, sophomore, Shine Haymaker, sophomore, Abby Swaney, senior, Maddie Lawson, a senior, Hope Linville, a senior, and I believe that covers varsity pretty well, if I say so. For an Attica varsity girls, we have Arlie Kerr, freshman, Charlie Moore, junior, Maggie Marshall, senior, Erin Cardinally, sophomore, Lainey Greenwood, junior, Tatum Nunley, sophomore, CC Rice, sophomore, Keela Howard, senior, Sadie Swift, junior, and Audrey Britt, a freshman. We will now be going to the anthem.
Game day. Game day.
Game day.
Game day.
It's game day. Game day.
Game day. Game day. Game day. It's game day.
It's game day!
It's game day.
Okay, so we have another number 11, Noble, and number 34, Sadie Swift for the tip. And Covington gets it. Swaney brings it up. Past the left wing, 24. O'Neal, stolen by 3. Solid. Brought up once again by Swaney. Drove left. Out to the corner, Noble. O'Neal brings it up to the top. Left wing, 22, Linville. Left corner, 24, O'Neal. I know O'Neal has it once again at the top. Left wing corner, 3, and it's in. 3-0 Covington. .34 Swift brings it up to 3. Charlie Moore.
Tipped by Covington,
Stolen.
picked up by Hope Linville. Kicks it to Swaney as she brings the ball up the floor. Over to Morris at the top of the key. Noble ball fakes at the wing. Swaney ball fakes, drives. Passes it back out to Linville, back to Swaney. Another 3-ball by Swaney, no good. And it's going to be a jump ball. Rambler ball.
Passed into 30. Kaylee Howard brought up by 34 Swift. To the left wing, 3 Moore. Right wing, Smith. Travel, change possessions, going to the Trojans. Brought up by 20, Swaney. Left wing, O'Neal. Dribbles around, out of bounds on the Trojans, Rambler ball. Where's the other one?
Nunley passes it down to the corner to Rice. Rice up to Howard. Over to Moore. Moore swings it back across the court to Rice, and it's out of bounds. That'll be Trojan ball. Linville the inbound. As Swaney brings it up for the Trojans. Swaney gets stuck, passes it down to Noble for the easy layup.
Moore takes it out for the Ramblers. Swift brings it up to the left side. Takes it back to the middle, gives it to Moore. Looks for people in the paint, but has to give it to the right wing. Shoots 3 off the rim. Rebound by the Trojans. Swaney swing passes to Noble. Double dribble, Rambler ball.
Moore to inbound with the Trojans pressing on the Ramblers. Inbounds it to Nunley, back to Moore. Moore swings it over to Swift. And the easy 2 points for the Ramblers. Swaney brings the ball up the floor for the Trojans. Swings it to Linville. Linville over to Noble. Noble for the 3-ball, and it's short. Rebounded by Swift. She brings the ball up the floor herself. Tries to bulldoze her way through, but that's going to be a blocking foul on the Trojans. And it looks like a whole new starting 5 for the Trojans are going to be coming in the game.
Interesting move so
Messmore.
earlier in the game, I'd say. Gee, nice.
Messmore, Peyton, Haymaker, Linville,
Jesus.
and Engel all checking the game for the Trojans.
Out to Swift in the right corner, dribbles it in. Loses it, comes back. Foul on 33, Linville. It will be inbounded by 23, CC Rice of Attica.
Rice having trouble finding someone to inbound into.
Passed into 30. Howard in the right corner. Number 3, Moore. As it takes it to the middle. Shoots the long jumper. Did not fail to catch any of the rim there. Changed possession, Trojans. Number 12, Peyton inbounds it to Engel of the Trojans. Passes it to right wing. Takes it to the middle. Gives it to the right wing once again.
No, I just
Attempts a
noticed
drive.
Trojans are playing all 5 of their sophomores on the floor at this moment.
That is true. A very young squad in right at the moment. Interesting approach for Coach Brown. 2-3 Engel into the inbound.
Messmore open in the corner, but she doesn't see her. Out to
Number
Peyton
12
for
Briley
3,
puts it up off the rim.
and it's going to be long.
Rebound by number 33 Linville. Out on the Ramblers, Trojan ball. Maintain possession. Inbounded by Peyton once again. Off number 33 Linville, Rambler ball.
It's going to be a full timeout taken by the Ramblers. It's going to be Rambler ball to inbound, with Moore being the inbounder.
Full court press by the Trojans. Interesting move.
Moore kicks it out, and that's going to be a turnover picked up by the Trojans of Linville. Engel brings the ball up the floor for the Trojans. Swings it to Peyton on the wing. Back out to Engel. Over to Messmore. That's going to be a blocking foul on the Ramblers. Peyton inbound for the Trojans. Inbounds it to Engel. Over to Messmore, back to Engel. Over to Haymaker. Haymaker ball fakes. Over to Linville. Out to Messmore for 3. And it's long. Picked up by Haymaker. And that shot's long. Rebounded by the Ramblers. Good defense by Peyton. And looks like they're going to call a foul. That'll be Trojan ball. Attica's coach seems very frustrated at the moment.
I can see why.
Seems like it's been 3 straight turnovers.
A
and 3
lackluster
straight
approach to an
possessions.
offense by Attica. Inbound Engel goes to the right wing. Engel in the corner throws it up, and it is long. It is way long. Swift has it in the corner. Moore of Attica brings it up to the middle. Crosses to the left, passes to the baseline. Puts it up off the rim. Turnover. It's out on Keela Howard of Attica and his Trojan ball.
Messmore to inbound for the Trojans to Engel. Ashley brings the ball up the floor. Engel over to Messmore, back to Engel, over to Peyton on the wing. Haymaker for 3, and it's long, rebounded by Peyton. Kicks it back out to Engel, over to Messmore.
Very nice ball movement here.
Haymaker again for 3, and that one's short, and Peyton is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Offensive rebounds are there. There's a failure to convert on the Trojan side. Free throws for Peyton. Two free throws here for Peyton. First one in.
I'd have to say, of the games I've been to this season, one of the better free throw shooters is Peyton.
She has proven that. Second one, and
Yes,
she puts it in. We have CeCe Rice and Tatum Nunley coming in for the Ramblers. Number 3, Moore, takes it out, gets it to Rice, takes it back to Moore. She brings it up the middle. Crosses to the left, goes, she's going to take it, and she will not convert. Turnover on possession. Trojans get it up to the right side, pass to the left. Peyton puts it up, no foul. Rebound, put back, and it will still fails to fall. Change of possession. Ramblers bring it up to the right corner. Foul on the Trojans.
And it seems that Coach Brown has put in his starting 5 yet again, taking out his sophomore group. That was an interesting move, but it seemed to work out for him pretty well.
With number 21, Maddie Lawson, as an addition to that starting lineup. She could add a defensive presence with her grit. Until Moore gives it back to Rice, puts up the 3, off the rim, change of possession.
Rebounded by Noble.
Puts up the 3, off the rim. Neal goes up for the rebound. Hard fall. Moore brings it up to the right. Looks for a pass, gives to Rice.
Surprised we didn't see Swaney, a 4th-year player for Covington.
Puts back to Rice.
On her out
gives
there.
it to Attica's number 1 in the corner, and it is out on the Trojans. Attica maintains possession. CeCe Rice for Attica, number 23, will take it out for the Ramblers. Gives it 2 more for the 3, and that is good. 3-pointer by Attica. Covington takes it out. Swaney brings it up. Gives it to Noble on the right side. Gives it back to Noble. Gives it to Lawson in the right corner.
And she overthrew it.
An attempt at a layup right there did not quite happen. Moore brings it up for the Ramblers. Gives it back to Rice in the right wing. Gives it back to Moore in the middle. Rice in the right wing. Attempts to drive, gives it back to Moore. She takes a long 3, and it will be short.
O'Neal with the rebound. Over to Noble, who pushes the ball up the floor. Ooh, that kind of looked like a carry.
I might have to agree with that one. I think the refs missed it.
Lucky for the Trojans, the refs unfortunately missed that call.
Oh.
And Lawson way overshoots
Rough
that
layup
one.
attempt right there.
And Linville with a 2-point basket. And it's going to be
hard
a
foul in the middle by Noble.
Howard and Swift checking in for the Ramblers. Moore to inbound for the Ramblers.
Greenwood and Kerr checking out. Pass to Rice in the right wing, giving back to Moore. She shoots yet another three, and she will be short once again. Chase down for the ball. It was recovered by the Ramblers. She puts in the middle one, and that is the end of the first quarter. Covington Trojans 9, Ramblers 5. Covington has had plenty of offensive rebounds, but have just unfortunately failed to convert in this first quarter. Free throws have not been a problem, but the ball movement has not been a problem either, but the failure to convert on these layups and on these shots has been a huge factor in their lead only being a meager 4 points.
You know, both of these teams, I would say, are struggling this year, with Covington with the 4-10 record and Attica with the 4-12 record. I expect this to be a pretty close game and comes to a close end.
23, Rice brings it out for Attica. Brought up by Moore. Three from the left wing, and it is in. That is a three-pointer from Attica. It is 9-8 Trojans. Brought up by Swaney, number 20. Noble is on the right wing. In the middle from Swaney yet again. Lost him. Morris at the top of the key. Back to Lawson.
Good defense by the Ramblers.
Turnover on possession by 3. She will Euro and she will hard on the ball off the backboard. Turnover possessions.
Swaney passes it to Noble, to Lawson in the corner. Hesitates, take a right dribble, and that's going to be a foul on Swift on the Ramblers. Swaney to inbound. Gets it to Noble, over to Linville. Linville will take it in, push her way through, and it's off the front of the rim.
Failure can divert once again in the low post. 34, Swift brings it up, attempts a shot, puts it in, but it will not be on the floor. .23 Rice takes it out for the Ramblers.
Arlie Kerr comes in for Charlie Moore. Rice to inbound. Trojans not looking very sharp on that inbound play. Gives not only a wide open 3.
Although they did get lucky. Reese brings it up.
Noble takes
puts it up for the layup, and once again a failure to convert in the around near the basket. I feel like that will come back to bite them in the later quarters.
I feel like by the end of the game, those are the points Covington are wishing they'd have.
And a three-pointer by Keela Howard of Attica. They have now regained. They have taken the lead for the first time tonight. Given to Linville on the right wing. Looking for someone to pass to. Push on Attica. It is going to be inbounded by Swaney yet again for the Trojans.
That's going to be a foul on Howard. It's her first.
And the entire lineup changes once again for the Trojans. It is going from upperclassmen to lowerclassmen, and it is an interesting approach, I have to say. Engel now inbounds it for the Trojans.
Richardson checks in for the first time for the Trojans.
Peyton on the left wing. Haymaker at top of the key, given to Richardson in the right corner. Attempt for a pass in the paint, but it is out on the Trojans.
Moore checks back in for Kerr. She's going to inbound the ball for the Ramblers. Looks like a lazy pass on the inbound. Could have easily been stolen by the Trojans. And a hard layup off the backboard somehow falls in.
Very hard.
Ramblers up by 5 on the Trojans. I did not see this coming, to be completely honest. And it's going to be a travel on Cheyenne Haymaker.
Inbounded by Moore from the Ramblers. Passed in to Swift. Given back to Moore as she takes it up the court. Given to Swift of the Ramblers. Attempts to give it back to Moore. She does, but merely. Steal attempt by the Trojans. They are on the ground. Attempts to get it out. Throws it up a 3 after that. And
it's an air ball.
That was a very forced shot. Very forced. And I didn't find that necessary in the slightest. Inbounded by Peyton. Brought up by Engel. It has been a while since the Trojans have had a useful offensive possession. Let's see if they can turn that around right now.
Brown frustrated on the sideline. These girls just can't seem to be getting anything going.
Ball fake.
Haymaker shot fakes. And it's going to be a foul on Howard of the Ramblers. She looks very frustrated with that call as well. Over to Richardson. Haymaker. Haymaker's going to drive left side. Peyton in the corner. Back to Haymaker. And she's going to put it up, and it's going to be on the floor. No shot. I don't know what the confusion is on the floor.
We might have a mismanagement on the clock side here. Yes, 10 seconds has been added to the clock again. It has been established that the foul is most definitely on the floor. Inbounded by Engel. We now have free throws. The ref made a slight mistake there. First and only attempt by Haymaker, and she does not convert the free throw. It will be out on Attica as she attempts to regain possession of the ball, but she just cannot maintain that possession. It'll be inbounded once again by Engel. Given to Peyton in the left wing. Engel now in the left corner. Back to Richardson, top of the key. Drives to the left. Given to Haymaker. She attempts a 3 in the left corner, and that she will convert on that.
First points in a minute for the Trojans.
Timely 3 for the Trojans. Given to Moore in the corner. She hoists up a 3. That will be short, off the rim. Jump ball.
That'll be Trojan ball.
Trojans will retain possession. Heads up play by Haymaker.
Engel brings up the ball for the Trojans. Over to Richardson. To Peyton in the corner. Swings it to Richardson, to Engel, to Haymaker in the other corner. Peyton down to Linville off the tips of her fingers. Man, this is really a mess at the moment.
Another change of possession. The Trojans get the ball right after the Attica forced and scrappy play by another 3 more.
That's going to stay on this end of the floor of the Trojans.
It is an asset to have a teammate like that for the Ramblers. Coach has to appreciate that one. Linville puts up the mid-range shot, and she off the rim. Moore brings it up. Takes it to the middle. Thought about a 3, did not.
Ingle really should have added the pressure there. She picked up her dribble.
3 back at the top of the key. Takes it to the right. Thought about the 3 yet again. Back to Moore.
I'll tell you what, she's not afraid to take a deep 3.
She is not. She has proven that no matter how many times she may miss, she will put it right back and pass to Haymaker in the corner, and she will fail to convert once again on a routine layup.
Peyton comes up the floor, trailing behind Nunnally. Rebounded by the Trojans.
Both teams are struggling to convert in the paint. That is it for sure.
Free throws for the Trojans. As Ingle gets the first. And she's going to get another opportunity. And she hits both.
Quite an arc on that shot, but she seems to make it work. Five seconds on the Ramblers as the Trojans make a defensive stand on the inbounds play. Change of possession, the Trojans have the ball. Ingle will pass it in. Gives it to Peyton in the corner. Nearly steps out of bounds. Gives it to Richardson on the right part of the key.
Another turnover by the Trojans.
Ramblers maintain possession. Moore brings it up to court to the right side. Takes it back to the middle. Looks for someone to pass to. Gives it to Rice in the right wing.
And that's a steal by Peyton. Great defensive play. Haymaker for 3, and it's going to be long off the back of the rim. They're all on the ground. And that's going to be a foul.
Careless foul by Haymaker. Very unnecessary.
Moore brings it up for the Ramblers. Defended by Ingle. Crosses over. Back on the wing. It's going to roll off of her leg. And that will stay Rambler ball.
Linville seems to want to make the argument that that was indeed Moore's foot. The ref is not buying it, though. Given to Rice, she takes the 3 in the
hoist up a 3.
Left ring. Attica has a tendency to want to get the 3 up very quickly. They do have a good number of 3s in this game, but
it looks as Brown's sending in his starting 5 yet again. No, not his starting 5, I apologize, but starting 5 of seniors. Morris to Swaney, Swaney to Noble. Noble takes a couple dribbles to the left side of the floor.
Linville thinks about a shot.
Swaney takes the 3 and it's wide left. That'll be Rambler ball. That'll be a 30-second timeout taken by the Ramblers.
The approach to Brown putting in his lowerclassmen and upperclassmen in a just alternating almost. I mean, it does show that he truly believes in his lowerclassmen and that they can do the job he wishes them to do. But I do believe they have honestly yet to prove themselves, and their defense has been very solid defense, but they're on both sides of the floor. Converting points has been a struggle for both teams.
Inbounded by the Ramblers. Moore's going to bring the ball up. And that was
Thanks
a travel,
for three, and
but
she puts it up,
not to
and
be
that
called.
is
Hoisted up another three. And that's another foul, and that'll be on CC Rice.
Moore seems to be having an off night, although she does seem very confident in her shot.
And Swaney will shoot free throws for the Trojans. Swaney to take her second free throw. And off the right side of the rim. Howard brings the ball up for the Ramblers. Really pushing it down to the corners. Takes a step back. Swings it to Moore. Moore's going to drive in. Put up a shot, and that's going to be on the floor. To be inbounded by Rice of the Ramblers. Greenwood takes a three off the right side of the rim. Rebounded by Linville. Linville over to Swaney. Swaney pushes the ball up the floor, all the way up the floor
Let's
to
see
Lawson.
if they convert here, and Morris fails to convert yet again. The outlet pass was a good one, and it was a good idea to approach than that, but
Peyton checks in the game for Noble.
Morris seems to lose her balance down in the paint. And this is the first time we have seen a lowerclassman mixed in with the upperclassmen. It has either been all lower or all upper from until this point on.
And that's going to fall for the Trojans.
Brought
Ramblers
out
got
by
4
Moore.
seconds to put up a
3,
shot.
2, 1. She floats it up, and it will be off the rim. And that is the end of the half.
At the half, the Trojans lead 17-13. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
And we're back. All right. We will be going into the third quarter with
Attica starting out with the ball.
Moore will bring it up. Rice in the left wing, passes to the post. Swift attempts post up, makes a move, and puts it in off the left block. Trojans take possession. Swaney brings it up. Passes to the right wing, gives it to Chloe, and takes to the right wing. Linville has it. Messick back to Noble in the left wing. Sees the post. Linville drives. Attempts to take it to the baseline, and Attica retains possession.
It's going to be a turnover for Trojans, another costly one. Swift brings the ball up the floor for the Ramblers. And it's tipped by the Trojans, but picked up by Nunnally. Back out to Swift. Takes a few steps, and that's going to be a blocking foul. Attica inbound on the baseline. Rice inbound for the Ramblers. And it's going to be stolen by the Trojans. Noble pushes it up the floor faster than everybody else. O'Neal gets the rebound, but she misses the layup.
And the failure to convert in the paint carries on into the second half. As O'Neal does not convert on the floater from about 5 feet out on the left baseline. Moore takes it out, gives it to 22 Nunley, giving back to Moore. Crosses over to the left, attempts to hold the baseline. Foul on, we'll see who the foul is on here. 22 Linville.
Attica inbounds. Moore brings the ball up the floor for the Ramblers. Over to Rice. Rice drives to their left side. It seems to be stopped. They're going to call a foul on Linville.
That is 2 consecutive fouls by Linville in a very short span of time.
Lawson will check in the game for Hope Linville.
That was expected.
Rice inbound for the Ramblers. Tipped by O'Neal. Over to Swift. Underneath to Howard, and that's going to be 2 points for the Ramblers, tying it up at 17.
Swaney brings it up middle, top of the key, given to Lawson, back to Swaney, to Noble in the left wing. Swing pass over to Lawson to the right wing, back to Swaney at top of the key. Noble attempts the 3 in the left wing, and she converts. She has the left 3, and Attica will retain possession. Moore brings it up the court. Swing pass over to Howard. Takes it in. She attempts a floater, and it will be off the rim. Attica seems to have the rebound for now. A jump ball, and it will be Covington's ball.
Lawson inbound for the Trojans. Sweaty kicks it over to Lawson. Down underneath to Morris. Morris tries to put it up. Hits the bottom of the rim. Rebounded by the Trojans. Noble for the mid-range jumpers. No good.
Tries to follow her own shot.
And that's going to be a jump ball and will be Attica ball.
Moore takes it out for the Ramblers. Moore will bring it up for the Ramblers. Passes it over to Nunley. She takes it to the left wing, gives it back to Moore at the top of the key, gives it to Nunley yet again, the left wing, gives it to Swift. She will post up, gives it to Rice. She will take a right corner 3, and it will be off the rim. Rebound obtained by the Trojans. Swaney brings it up the court.
Over to Noble at the wing. Skip pass over to Lawson, back to Swaney. Over to Noble again in the wing. Down in the post to Morris. She tries to put it up, and it's no good.
And Moore brings it up as Attica obtains the rebound. Brings it over to Nunley in the right wing. Gives it to Swift in the post. She takes a spin and she puts it off the glass. Very nice move by Swift. Taken up by Swaney. Pass it over to Noble in the left wing. Skip pass to Lawson. Looks at the post, gives it to
Mid-range
Morris.
jumper.
And that will be off the rim for the Trojans as Attica retains possession.
Moore brings it up for the Ramblers. Crosses left, spin to the right, spin back to the left. Over to Rice on the wing. And it'll be another turnover by the Ramblers.
We have another jump ball.
And Brown seems to put in a whole new 5 with 4 sophomores and 1 junior.
The lower classmen approach yet again, with the exception of the junior Kinsey Richardson.
Peyton inbounds the ball to Richardson. At the top of the key. Peyton over to Richardson. To Linville at the free throw line. Peyton for 3, and it's going to be long. Rebounded by the Ramblers. Timeout Ramblers.
It would be a full timeout.
Though we're fairly early through the second half, it's a pretty low scoring game. Both teams committing a lot of turnovers, and
Attica has succeeded in converting a lot of fast break points with Swift in the post with her crafty moves and her soft touch off the glass. And Covington's had 1 3, but they mid-range jumpers and block shots and close to rim shots, they just continue to fail to fall.
Rambler ball is Rice inbounds it to Moore. Greenwood takes a 3 and it's going to be short. Linville with the rebound kicks it all the way up to Messmore, who's going to take it all the way in, shoot a layup, and hits.
Very nice, very nice.
First 2 points of the game.
Swift attempts to bring it up, gives it back to Moore. Moore brings it up to the middle, looks for an outlet pass, gives it to Rice in the right wing. Gives it back to Swift around the top of the key. Looks for a post outlet. And the Trojans make a defensive stand, and we have a travel on the Trojans.
Covington coaches seem to be frustrated with that call.
Richardson seems to think that she did not have possession of the ball when she was called of a travel. Rice inbounds it, given to Swift, and there's a foul on 33 Linville.
Not only to check in the game for the Ramblers, coming in for Howard. Greenwood puts it up, and that one's going to be short again. Saved. Rice puts it up, no good.
We have a foul on Swift after number 33 Linville.
Seemed to be some frustration there by Linville.
Richardson brings it up. Passes to the left wing to Peyton, puts in the middle. Linville puts up a mid-range jumper, and it's off the rim. An attempt at a rebound by Messmore, and Moore yanks it away from Messmore, and it will be Attica ball, inbounded by Moore. No jump ball call on that one. she will get it to Moore, and Moore will take it up. Crosses over to the left, looks to drive, penetrate, and she tries to dump it off to number 1, Kerr, and it bounces off her foot, and it will now be Covington ball with Peyton to inbound the pass. Richardson brings it up. Gives it to Messmore on the right wing. Attempts to drive, looks to shoot, but it gets stripped away.
Yeah, another jump ball. That'll be white ball.
This half has been full of jump balls.
Richardson to inbound for the Trojans. Right into Linville. And I guess we'll do that one over again. Richardson inbounds the ball for the Trojans. Down to Linville, and that's going to be another foul. Back-to-back fouls on the Ramblers. Checking in for Attica is Audrey Britt. Coming in for Arlie Kerr.
I believe this is her first entrance of the game. And Linville gets it right out of the inbounds, and she converts in the paint. Moore will inbound it. And they get out of that one, and they will bring it up. Nunley will bring it up. An effort play by Haymaker, and she took a hard fall on the sideline, but she seems like she's going to be all right. We have Rambler ball. And it looks like Moore will get it, and she will bring it up from the half court. Takes to the right wing to CC Rice, tries to attempt to get to the Nunley in the post, and there is a foul in the post. Rice will inbound it after the foul. And there's a foul on Linville. She seems very frustrated, and if that foul was not called, then Britt would have most definitely been called for a travel. Active shooting causes it to be 2 free throws for Britt. She will not convert on the first.
On the only. Richardson over to Messmore, and she's going to fling it up with no foul call. Picked up by the Ramblers. Not only picks up her dribble, no pressure added by the Trojans. Howard pushes the ball up the floor past Messmore, right into Linville.
Players on the ground everywhere with a maximum effort play. Ultimately results in Rice taking the inbound in. It looks like we have an upperclassman to lowerclassman alternation once again. We have an all-senior lineup here with Lawson, Noble, Swaney, Morris, and O'Neill. Gives it to Nunley at the top of the key. She drives right, gives it to Rice, and Moore will drive right, take the mid-range jumper, and she will nearly bank it off the glass.
Appeared to be a travel there, but there was no call. Noble pushes it up the floor. Out to Lawson, over to Morris in the corner, back to Noble at the wing. Swaney at the top of the key, takes one step in, takes a shot, and it's going to be long. Rebounded by Moore of the Ramblers.
Rice at the left wing. Give him to Howard at the top of the key. She thinks about 3. She takes the 3, and she puts it in. Very forced shot, but She is able to convert on that one. Seems to be confusion on the Attica side of things. Given to Noble in the left wing. Looks for someone to pass to. Skip pass to O'Neal. Given to Lawson in the right corner.
Almost out of bounds.
Gets it out to Swaney. 39 seconds to go in the third. Gets to Morris. Gives it back to Swaney at the top of the key. Gives to Noble in the left wing. Gives to Morris for the measure. Backdoor pass. That would have been a great opportunity, but pass was a little hard by Morris, and Reese Noble cannot handle the heat on that one. Taken up by Moore. Down to Rice. She takes the three, and she will be
That'll be long.
A little long.
Reese trying to keep her dribble under composure. Swaney's going to take it in herself. Baseline pass to Morris. Turnover. Nunnally pushes it up the side of the floor.
Last second heave will not convert for the Ramblers as Moore is wide right.
And it looks like the Trojans are going to have .3 to try and hoist something up. Don't think it'll be enough time to get a clean shot off, though.
She will not get a shot off. She cannot handle the pass well enough, but that
at the end of three,
enough time.
At the end of three, Trojans are up 24-22 over the Ramblers.
Going into the fourth quarter, we have Trojan ball with Swaney going to bring it up. Lawson inbounding it. Swaney brings it up. Passes to Lawson in the right wing. Gives it to O'Neal, but gives it to Noble in the left wing. Strives, takes a jump shot, and she will be short on that one. Rebound attempt to O'Neal. It will be knocked out by Attica. Trojans maintain possession, and Swaney will inbound the ball for the Trojans. Gets it to Noble on the left wing. Swaney will attempt the three in the corner, and that would be long. Attica retains possession, and Howard is looking for someone to outlet to, and she finally gets it to Moore to bring the ball up for the Ramblers. Moore goes to the left wing, almost makes it to the corner.
And that'll be a kick ball.
Kick ball violation by Noble. Nunnally tries to get the rebound. We have another jump ball.
And it'll stay with the Ramblers.
Ball.
And they leave Moore right open in the corner. And that's going to stay with Rambler ball after it's tipped out of bounds by O'Neal. Ramblers inbound it to Nunnally. Good defense by Noble. And rebounded by Lawson. Another jump ball. Seen quite a few of those in the second half. Linville checking for Morris.
A lot of frustration from Morris. She cannot end up with the ball on that one. Lawson inbounds it to Swaney as she will bring it up for the Trojans. Pass it to Lawson in the right wing, gives it to Linville in the right corner, gives it back to Swaney at the top of the key, gives it to Noble in the left wing. Looks for the pass to O'Neal, but gets it to Linville in the left wing. Swaney in the top of the key. Noble attempts the three from the left wing, and it will be off the rim to the left. Not only gets called for essentially throwing elbows, it seems. That is what the ref said. And the Swaney will inbound it for the Trojans.
A lot of frustration being shown by the Ramblers and their fans.
Gives to O'Neal, and she will fail to convert on the shot from the right block.
Swift brings it up for the Ramblers. Down to Nunnally. Uses an off arm. Surprised she didn't get a foul call there as well. And the Ramblers get an and one. Chance at a three-point play. Three-point play it is. Attica takes the lead 25-24 over the Trojans. Swaney pushes the ball up the floor to Lawson at the wing. She'll take it herself, and that will be Trojan ball. Noble ball fakes. Looks to have a mid-range jumper. Swaney in the corner, long. Rebounded by O'Neal. Swaney with the top over to O'Neal at the wing. She'll take it herself, put it up. It's going to be long. And it's going to stay Trojan ball as they get very lucky on that play.
Trojans maintain possession. Swaney takes it out for the Trojans. Gets it to Noble in the left
Noble
wing.
gets it on the wing. Over to Swaney. Noble for three. It's going to be a little long. O'Neal with the two-point basket, giving the Trojans a one-point lead. Tough rebound and a tough basket by O'Neal. Howard will take a three, and that's going to be way long. Air ball.
Very forced shot. Coach cannot be happy with that one, but honestly, he does not seem very annoyed at it. That surprised me. It really does.
That was not the shot Attica needed to be taking at the moment.
Not an ideal shot attempt.
And another Covington turnover. Not only brings up, passes it over to Moore, who will bring up the ball for the Ramblers. Tough shot by Swift will give the Ramblers another one-point lead as the game keeps bouncing back and forth.
Swift has been very consistent in the paint for the Ramblers.
Swaney takes a three. No good. Inbounded. A lot of frustration being shown, a lot of emotions.
Raw emotion out on the floor tonight.
It'll be Rambler ball as Brown puts in his younger classman.
Moore brings it up, crosses it to the middle, takes it to the middle, looks for an outlet pass, gives it to Rice, and she will miss it off the rim on the Left
And
side.
that's going to be white ball.
Routine layup by the Attica Ramblers. Blown. Haymaker will take the inbound for the Trojans. Gives it to Richardson. Richardson will bring it up the court for the Trojans. Gives it to Peyton in the left wing. Gives it to Messmore. She takes a drive, takes a mid-range shot, and she will convert. She will convert. Little floater by Paige Messmore as Swift brings it up. Tries to get it here, and that is another steal by the Trojans. Gives it to Peyton, passes to Messmore, and she will get fouled and not convert the shot, but she will have a chance at 2 free throws.
These free throws are huge for the Trojans.
Minor momentum swing for the Trojans as they maintain a couple defensive stops along with sound steals. First attempt by Messmore will be good. As she puts the Trojans up by 2 with 4 minutes to go left in the fourth. We have Arlie Kerr coming in for CC Rice of the Ramblers. Second free throw attempt by Messmore of the Trojans will be good as she puts the Trojans up by 3 with 4 in the fourth. Moore brings it up, takes a spin, takes it up the middle, looks to push the ball, and a foul on the Trojans by...
See who the foul's on.
I'm assuming Messmore of the Trojans.
It is.
Attica is in the bonus, so a 1-and-1 will be shot by Moore of Attica. First attempt by Moore. Up, and it is good. Second attempt by Moore to put the game within 1, and she converts. 29-30.
You know,
Trojans
through all
with the lead.
of the commotion over on the other side of the floor by tonight's crazy section, she still managed to knock down both those free throws, which is not an easy thing to do. Haymaker will take a 3 long. Peyton puts it back up, and it goes in. As the Trojans retain their 3-point lead. Swift loses it. And that'll be another foul on Messmore.
The Trojans have found a way to begin converting on their close to rim proximity shots, and it is definitely showing. We have another one-and-one by Moore. She can bring the lead within 1 again.
Once again, tonight's crazy section showing a lot of commotion as it gets to her this time. She misses the first. And she'll hit the second, bringing the Ramblers within 2. Oh! Hard pass, and that's going to be a turnover on the Trojans.
Mishandled by Messmore. The pass was a little off target, but Messmore could have made a somewhat better effort at that one, although the pass was undeniably off target. Passed into Howard. They will come right back to Moore. She brings it up for the Ramblers. Takes it to the right, crosses over to the left, gives it to Howard, who drives to the right, puts up a floater, and she will hard off the backboard. I believe that is a shooting foul, and Howard will go to the line for 2. She could tie it with these free throws.
Brown appears to be putting his upperclassmen back in the game.
Howard maintains her position, shoots, and she will miss the first. Despite the circumstances, she does seem relaxed at the line. Let's see if she can put the lead within 1. Shoots, and she will convert, making it a 31-32 Trojans with 3:12 left in the fourth. Noble passes it to Swaney, who brings it up. Passes to Linville in the right wing. Back to Swaney at the top of the key. Back to Linville. Takes a dribble, brings it back to Swaney at the top of the key. Gets to Noble in the left wing. Swing pass to Linville. Takes a drive. Attempts a shot. Gets fouled. And I believe we will have 2 shots coming here for the Trojans to potentially go up by 3 yet again. The foul will be on Donley, 22. With Linville's first attempt, she will not make it as she gets it off the back of the rim.
Rice and Swift check in the game for Nunnally and Kerr. Linville to take her free throw. And it'll fall, giving the Trojans a 2-point lead. And it'll be a timeout.
Moore will inbound it to Swift, who passes back to Moore to bring it up for the Ramblers. Gets it to 21. She forces up a 3, and she will nearly convert. Another forced shot by Attica from the 3-point line as Swaney maintains the rebound. Looks for someone to pass to. Gets it to Morris, who gets it to Noble. Ooh. Gets it to O'Neal, who's
wide
open, and she will
miss the layup
off the rim.
That's a tough shot.
Put her right back up, and it will be long. Moore
Not a
obtains the
smart
rebound.
second shot there by O'Neal.
Think about a 3.
Trojans are going to have to play really good defense. And that'll be timeout Attica. 30-second timeout.
Moore will take it for the Ramblers. She'll be at the top of the key, and she drives left, takes it. She was going to take it, and she will put it off the glass, and it'll roll out of the rim as Noble looks to push, takes it to the left wing, wants to penetrate one yet again, and Swift attempts to steal, and she attempted to steal, and she got what she wanted. It will be off Noble, and it will be Rambler ball. Rice will inbound with Moore bringing it up. Takes it left, shoots a 3, and that is good. That is good. That will give the Ramblers a lead. A long time since the lead change, and the Ramblers are up 34-33 with 1:37 left in the fourth. Looks at O'Neal in the post.
Right here, it's key for Covington to stay calm and try and get a good shot off and don't rush anything.
Definitely. And O'Neal attempts a baseline jumper and shoots it just a little over the rim. Moore brings it up. Foul by Swaney. Untimely foul, and it's definitely not necessary. It can potentially give Attica the
Attica
chance to go up by 3.
potentially take the lead by 3 here. And she misses the first. And Attica's up by 2 with 1:15 to go. It'll stay Trojan ball.
Well, it seems to be a common trait on both sides of both teams to miss the first free throw and consistently make the second.
That'll be a full timeout taken by the Trojans.
Coach seems to be emphasizing to not foul the Trojans, but to simply get their hands up and contest the shot, because that is the last thing the Ramblers need right now. Although the Trojans are not in the bonus, so they will get no free throws. It is 33-35 with 1:10 in the fourth quarter. This is anyone's game right now. Swaney will be inbounding it for the Trojans. Let's see what Coach Brown has called for this specific inbounds play. Noble has in the left wing, looks for a pass, gives it to Swaney at the top of the key. Dribbles left, right. Looks for someone in the post, does not. Gets it stolen by Attica. Attica, number 30, Howard will bring it up, and Moore will actually bring it up. Steal attempt by Swaney, and that is a foul. Covington is giving out fouls like Attica is not in the bonus, essentially giving Attica any chance and any opportunity to increase the lead. Very careless foul. Moore has the opportunity to make this a 2-possession game for the Trojans. And she will make the first, making it 33-36 Ramblers with 52.2 left to go in the fourth. Very important free throw coming up right now. And she off the rim, rolls off the rim, 33-36. Trojans with the ball. Limbo looks for some pass to, and Swaney will bring it up.
Covington really needs to find a smart shot here and don't rush anything. They don't need a 3 by any means. They just need to get a basket. And most importantly, they do not need to force up any shots. They need to look and find the best shot that they can take. If that's a 3, it's a 3. If it's a 2, it's a 2. But they need to find the best shot that they can find and do not rush anything.
I can see how Attica is happy in the position they are in right now. It could be more comfortable, but they do have a somewhat cushy lead with 33-36 with only 44.7 seconds to go while they are in the double bonus. The Trojans have no bonus. Trojans must be cautious in their fouling. It will be the Trojans ball with Hope Linville inbounding.
Linville to inbound the ball for the Trojans out to Swaney. Trojans really need to find a smart shot here. And that'll be blocked. And rebounded by the Ramblers.
Unnecessary force shot by Noble. Followed by a foul on the Trojans. Yet again, another opportunity for the Ramblers to make this a two-possession game. Only one free throw is needed now. Swift on her first attempt, puts it up, and she
misses the
off
first.
the left side of the rim.
Important free throw here for Attica. If she can knock this one down to make it more than likely a two-possession game for the. And the second one is no good. Attica gets the rebound. Attica calls a timeout.
Ramblers failed to make it a two-possession game with those two clutch free throws. They seem very comfortable in where they're at as coach calls a timeout with 20.7 left to go in the fourth. 33-36, Attica. Any basket for the Ramblers could result in essentially the loss of the Trojans. If the Ramblers can put together a solid offensive possession and put the ball in the basket one last time, they have a very good chance of sealing the game for them.
I would almost say that would seal the game. Covington's either going to have to play the best defense they've played all game and hopefully get a steal and try and push something up the floor, or they're going to have to take a chance and foul them again and hope they miss, which doesn't seem too likely.
Simply not enough time. Here's the possession that could seal the win for the Ramblers, with CeCe Rice taking the ball out for the Ramblers, passing it into Swift in the corner. Very tough spot for Swift. And we have a foul on Linville. And yet again, another opportunity with free throws for Attica to seal the win. This is the third consecutive free throw missed by Swift. All she needs is one, and she can seal the win for this Ramblers team. And she misses the free throw. Trojans are still in this. If they can put together a solid possession and a defensive possession, she puts up a floater and it is off the rim.
Oh.
Noble puts it up. Missed. And White will obtain the ball. 6.5 left in the fourth. The Trojans need a three-point basket. Let's see what they can put together. Moore seems hurt. She's coming out of the game.
Full timeout taken by the Trojans.
Let's see what Coach Brown can put together with this timeout. Very solid game by Moore. She never fails to put the most undying effort out onto the floor each and every night. That is obviously displayed in her gameplay, and it has to be much appreciated from her coach and her teammates. Trojans are out on the floor and ready as Coach Brown has set the play up to tie this game or potentially have a chance to go up by one. Let's see what Coach Brown has in store. You take it.
Over to 24 seconds left. And it's going to be
miss.
long. Missed by Noble, and that'll be the game.
And that is the game. Covington Trojans 33, Attica Ramblers 36.
And Attica best Covington 36 to 33.
Very hard fought between both teams, but Attica found a way to prevail.
We'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast, and good night.